You could be really hot if you change, like, everything.
The Mean Girls are back. A new iteration of the story in theaters as of today. And here's the twist. It's a musical this time, based on the stage play on Broadway that was based on the original movie that goes back 20 years now. How much has been reimagined? We're going to find out, but it's all so fetch. Oh, my gosh. You like? I got the lingo already. I'm ready. I'm all ready. Eli here, and Jenna, welcome to our couch. Great to see you. Nice to have both of you in on this. A lot of people really excited about this re-release. I don't even know really what to call it, but the most important thing is the story the same, and has it held up?
Remarkably similar, if not, I would say a little too similar. But look, Tina Fey co-wrote the original, was on camera with the original, did the adaptation to Broadway, and I guess she figured it worked the first two times.
Keep that money train rolling.
Exactly. So
$130 million, I think, the first time around.
Right?
Why not? Huh?
So as I describe the story, you can be like, deja vu. So yes, once again, we have this time Angourie Rice as Katie. She is the young woman who was homeschooled, who grew up living in the bush in Africa, and now finds herself in the wilds of high school, where she is just like a deer in the headlights, caught in the gaze of, yes, the queen of the high school jungle. That is, of course, Regina, the head of the plastics who rule this high school. And so she walks into that lunchroom. It's all the cliques and the clubs. She's a deer in the headlights, and I think Regina sees some new animal to toy with. Let's take a look.
We as women have to be
What was that?
Oh Lord, it's the queen bee.
Regina George.
Don't look her in the eye.
You could be really hot if you change, like, everything.
So there you go. The makeover project begins like an animal toying with her prey. Regina George adopts Katie into her pack, teaching her the rules and the customs of her tribe. On Wednesdays, they wear pink. They bring her into her mother's house, played by Busy Phillips. And of course, we see the Burn Book, where they gossip about everybody in high school. And as always, there is a cute boy involved. Let's take a look.
Get in, loser.
Welcome, Katie. You're never gonna believe what I found this morning. Your burn book.
Mom, go make snacks.
For sure, Regina, yeah.
Do you like gum?
Sure.
Oh, no, I don't have any. I was just...
You're a mess.
We will help you, Katie.
So just like the original, there's the best friends who want to use Katie as like a secret agent to destroy, to shatter the plastics. But the Burn Book, the Get In Loser, like, I found it a little too, like, familiar. I found it like it was a little too reverent, in that we have to checkmark all these boxes to pay tribute to the original. I don't know if it stands on its own, but you felt differently.
Yeah, you know, the film really worked for me, and I think it's partly because there's such a strong nostalgia for the early 2000s right now, right? Like that Y2K aesthetic is really back in. And Mean Girls is so representative of that time, from the fashion, the music, even the way that they talk in the original film, right? All of
so
that
they just had to wait enough time for it to come around.
That's right. And I think even beyond the fact, I hear you, you know, it's a very faithful adaptation or remake of the original film. But in a way, I think there's like a cultural synergy happening right now that really makes it the right time and the right
for
place
it to come back
for a remake. So that's why the film clicked for me.
For you. So Tina Fey, Lorne Michaels, of course, back producing it. This whole thing, you know, high school is something we all experience, and maybe it is the right time to bring it back. But they brought it back as a musical. Does that work for you?
And this is what's so strange, and we've been talking about this in our team, like, you have these movies that are musicals, but they're like secret musicals, where they put out the trailer. You would never know that Mean Girls or Wonka is a musical at all, and you sit down and you start eating your popcorn, and everyone's singing and dancing. Like, what's happening here? This is
stealth musicals.
Mean Girls isn't just a musical. It is like full on, and some of the people, including Regina, I mean, they can belt it out. So they're leaning in. There are moments where this really is witty, and the way that they play with the musical aspects, and like the music kind of stops and starts, and they're interacting with the musicians. It almost becomes kind of a meta musical. I like that, but I think, given how savvy we are, they could go further. But again, Jenna, you like fell for this pretty hard in terms of the music.
I did. I mean, I think that, you know, a lot of people tend to be scared of musicals because it seems like it's just like a random break in song. But I think what they did really well in this case is that they used the music to propel the plot forward, right? So there's a particular scene during the film where they're at a Halloween party.
Right.
And Regina...
Sexy Halloween party,
A
iconic
sexy Halloween
party.
Yep.
And Regina is basically using Aaron to get back at Katie. And the way that they've lit the scene, it's really visually compelling. There's the entire atmosphere of the movie changes in that moment. And so I think that they were really effective in using those musical scenes, both to make the film more visually interesting than it would have been otherwise, but also to propel the plot forward.
And you think about it, like the original movie, there was always something kind of absurd and heightened about looking at high school as this anthropological experiment. So that lends itself, I think, to becoming a musical. Like that was like the next natural step.
So, I mean, we were looking at the trailer. Was that John Hamm? I noticed that.
Yeah, a little bit of John Hamm.
And I saw Tina Fey. But you think back to '04, and you think that's when we met Rachel McAdams. It's when we met Lindsay Lohan. What do you think, Jenna, of the cast this time around?
I have to say that the cast this time around really stands on their own. I think, you know, when you're remaking a film, it's easy to fall into this trap of trying to recreate the performances that came before you. And like you said, such iconic performances in that first film. But what the cast here does really well is they take each iconic line and make it their own. And, you know, we mentioned Renee Rapp. She is just, she's ferocious in this film.
You want more of her.
You
Really?
do.
Every time she's on screen, like, just belts it out. She has that, like, anger. Like, she is the evil queen of high school. Just remarkable, eh?
She, dare I say it, I think she might be a better Regina George than Rachel McAdams.
No.
Yes.
We love Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We stand Rachel McAdams.
Okay.
You know, but I want to point out, so we have the two queer friends in this, Damien and Janice, and in the original, they were sometimes the butt of homophobic jokes. And what I love about this new version is that they are loud and they are proud. And in particular, Jaquel Spivey as Damien is hilarious. Every moment he is on screen. There's not enough in the promotional material. I needed more to show you, but I got a little clip here from French class. Take a look.
Je m'appelle Katie.
Incorrect.
You have to pick a French name.
Chanel.
No.
Celine Dion.
No.
Beyonce.
So good. I would say the weakest link is Angourie Rice. This is the actor who plays Katie, who is like the character played originally by Lindsay Lohan. I think about Lindsay had like this appetite, this edge. And so in the movie, you remember what happens with Katie, I bought that. I bought into how she was changing, how she was getting a little mean. I don't know if I ever truly believed that with Angourie Rice, but I think I did believe it with, ironically, the rest of the characters.
Yeah, I mean, I think also maybe the issue with that performance is that her songs just aren't strong enough.
Okay.
You know,
back
Renee,
to the music for you. Yes.
Exactly.
And and this is new to her. She actually she hadn't done big musicals before. She was telling us in interviews that she loved to sing at home, but she had to like bone up just for this musical. I think she's fine, but you put her next to someone like Renee, and she just gets blown off the screen.
That's right.
All right. 20 years in the making. It all comes down to your ratings. You start, Eli.
You know, it's Mean Girls with a Millennial Makeover. Not quite fetch, but pretty good. So 3.5 stars.
Well, wait.
Oh, wait. We got a thing. Nice.
And Jenna.
I loved the music. I loved the cast. I thought it was so fetch. 4 stars.
Fetch gets 4. And do you notice you have your own burn books and everything?
I'm very impressed.
I have a great team, don't I? All right. In theaters now, Mean Girls. Jenna, Eli, thank you, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.